Hello everyone and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for our final game of the John Sim two-line tournament here at the BMO Center. Spent all day yesterday in Dartmouth at the RBC. 2 wins for the Atlantic Knights. Coming to today and a big win, a big tie this morning, but a win in their books as they were head off to the finals after making it in on the better goal differential. So 4 goals let in over the course of the tournament was the difference. And it's funny how that things happen. Rogerson been one of the best players so far this tournament, and he ends up being the reason why they get into the finals, having only let in 4 goals. And taking on the Valley Stars, the far and away winner of the Division B side of the 2012 division, and it'll be the 2 top teams here, as the Valley team had 11 goals for and only 1 against over the course of their 3 round robin games. So should be a good one we're in for here as the finals are kicked off. And now we will get to the action. That puck worked over to the right corner. Held in and looked for a shot. That one steered aside with the blocker. Puck in behind there. Alec Dan tries to clear that one out in front. It gets worked over to the right side. Drop back in the zone. Below the goal line and then back all the way to the point, and a big shot from the point there that goes into the goalie's chest, as that was Peyton McKenzie who took that shot. And Peyton had a great morning this morning, as I talked about a few times. A few defensive saves on the back check, is not too many turnovers. Exactly what you want from a defense, and a big shot to start the game. So that puck worked in behind here. Picked up in his zone and flicked out off the half wall. That one pushed to be kept in, but it ends up getting by, and now Stars are on their way back down the left side looking for a lane to the net. That one shot in. It went off the helmet there, and a big save to start for Rogerson, as it's held on to now, getting pressured by Alec Dan, and helps that get out, and the puck gets by and running into the wall. The arm goes up as he held the player up from entering the zone, and the interference call, and it'll be an early power play here for the Knights. As they head to the power play, and in my eyes, I think that was probably the right call there, as he got squished in along the boards. It's trying to rush up the left side. Cranston out there along with Zhao. And Jake Pelkey as well, as the puck gets worked into the corner, in behind the net, grabbed by the Stars. They're gonna take a big shot. That one's gonna just fall outside the zone there, as Henneberry settles that puck down, works it back to the middle. Grabbed and sent up the right side, on and off the stick in a hurry, gets in the skates, and now they're gonna flick it back the other way. Pelkey tries to get it centered. Zhao now with it on his knees. That puck cleared out, back to Henneberry, and just kept in the zone by Henneberry, but no one there to pick it up down the right side, as the Stars now work it out. Stars cutting to the left side, coming in for a big rush, winding up for a shot. That one's saved, and it goes on top of the net, and another big save there after a sprint down the ice and a good opportunity shorthanded on the left side. And you can see maybe those Germany logos on the jerseys. They've been doing sort of a World Junior type of theme here with the team, so it's Latvia versus Germany in the finals, which is something I can guarantee you'll never see in international hockey. But you'll see it right here, as that puck gets wrapped around over to the right side, picked up on the boards, sent in with a low shot, and another save there by Rogerson. He's all over that puck after the easy track from the point. Still short-handed though, so you'll take the shot on net when you're short-handed. Puck worked into the middle and then brought it to the zone now. Falls back to the D, and the Knights having a hard time breaking in, even up a man on the ice, as Stars bring it down the right side, all the way to the outside, looking for a pass in front. It's gonna hold. Wrapping back, plays it back to the point, over back to the left side. getting worked in along the boards. Player down, no arm up as they continue back and looking for the turnover. Zhao just onside, back to the line, worked over to Cranston. Cranston stick handles, puts it through some skates, but it gets knocked away. Over to the left side and sent on down. Drop back in the zone there for McKenzie. McKenzie feathers that up the left side. That one on and off the stick and back to defenseman Thorne. Thorne wrapping back the other way. Plays that puck up the right side. That'll ricochet off the boards. Going to be a foot race to it. Cranston tries for the pass in front. It gets blocked pretty easily and then covered up by the goaltender. As 9 seconds left on the Knights penalty. And a few rushes to show for it, but no great chances. So 9 seconds left to kill here for Valley. Puck dropped in there, tied up in the middle, swung on net and covered up. In a hurry, we'll do it again. Now 5 seconds left to kill. Puck one over to the right side. Back in the zone there. In behind the net, getting pressured up the left. Jollymore needs to catch up to it. He does, and he just keeps it in and sends it down the right side. Worked it behind there. McKinnon plays that around to Abbott. Abbott, McKinnon try to go for it, but gets worked up the right side. Henneberry steps in and just keeps it in the zone, but turns it over, so it falls out, and he retreats back to the line. Worked up the right side now, into the middle, and that one played back to the defense. Hard. Up the right wing now, the Stars break into the zone. Wrapping down low in the zone, Henneberry holds him off and forces him low. Still forcing him to the boards there. Now he swaps with his D partner and they work it up the right side. Hard pass through the middle, misses the stick there. Abbott stick handling now and eventually gets that turned over. Comes back with Stars defender, now up the left side. Zhao hustles back to create the turnover. Now Jollymore with it. Jollymore up the left side. He's going to shoot that puck in. Hustled back for by the Stars quickly. They pick it up. Gets turned over to the zone in front of the net now. Back to the line. Now falling over, and that creates a turnover, and it could be a 3-on-1 the other way. As Thorne went down, it's just one player back, worked out in front, and he stops the puck there. McKenzie with a big play on the 3-on-1 to take away any sort of shot. Is that puck still free in there behind the net? And now it'll be whistled down after a turnover at the line, bailed out by the partner, and the power play is over. So we're back to the 5-on-5. And we'll head to the left side here as that puck worked in behind. Grabbed and up the left side boards. That takes a nice bounce to Zhao, who tries to play that to the middle. Grabbed. Work across to the middle as well. Falling back to the right side. Entering the zone now. Wrapping around, Zhao going the long way, and then he passes a nice one out in front. Cranston stick, but Cranston starts stick handling. He gets overwhelmed, but the puck gets turned over in front, and a backhand on that just misses the top left. Falls in behind there, and then back to the line, and then a lucky bounce there as it's kicked back in. As the Stars were almost off to the races, now down the right side. Sent in once again. McKenzie grabs. He works that up. Cranston now turning on the Jets. Trying to catch Stars off guard. He'll hold on to it. A long pass across to the left side. Picked up by Zhao. Zhao shoots at the hard one. And it's a nice stop there with the pad and the stick. And we get a whistle on the play here with 6:07 left to play in the first. Still 0-0. We'll head over to the other side. One back to the line and a quick attempt at a shot there, but it'll come into the corner. Hustled all the way in as Dan catches up to it and then worked up the right side. No one there to pick up on the wing as they were all over here on the left, and then it gets sent on back. Now picked up in the zone and worked down by McKinnon. That one turned over, and we're going to try to turn on the Jets down the right side. Stopped up by Henneberry at the last second. Henneberry backhands that around. Picked up now along the blue line into center ice. Flicked on down, and that puck will come loose there on the right side. Trying to play up above. Back to Henneberry once again. Henneberry plays it up. Abbott fights for it. Low in the zone now. They try to send that up. It gets worked into the left-hand stick, and now back in for the Stars. There's a little bit of neutral zone play here the last few minutes. Into the wall. It's Cranston tries to play it out. They eventually do get it to Abbott, but Abbott turns it over the other way, and now it'll be hustled back down the right side. Flick back in, back to Henneberry, back to the line, stopped up. The sticks are flying out there in the neutral zone. No shots in the last few minutes. As we're back down the left side now. Picked up in the zone. In between the hash marks here, and still battled for as that puck falls in behind. Sent on up with a medium speed pass there as it gets through, and now they're turning on the Jets in just offside. 4:18 left in the first. 0-0 in this one so far, and pretty evenly matched. As we continue on here in the first period. Face off, one over to the right side, back to the line, that into the skates. Picked up and now turned over, circled back on. Up the left side, Abbott, or Zhao, tries to play that, and that gets flipped back the other way. Down the left now, looking for a lane to the net. That one shot in and past the goaltender. As Rogerson didn't even have a chance to go down to the butterfly before it was sent in to the back left. And that'll be 1-0 there for the Stars. As we hadn't seen too many shots in a few minutes there, and they rushed that one down and get it. As we got a pick-up play here, and they delayed offside. And I'll have to take a second there to edit the scoreboard in a moment, but we'll continue back to the play here as the play doesn't stop for me adding the goal on. As that gets sent back in the zone there, picked up by Jollymore. Jollymore plays that up the right side. Trying to steer ahead. He's sent down low. Picked up and worked around by Abbott. Grabbed on the other side, and McKinnon takes a few hacks at it, but gets back. Jollymore tries for the cutoff, and he'll get that puck turned over. Worked up to McKinnon on the side. It gets worked back in front, and there was a collision in front. Nothing called by the refs. I didn't quite see it as it gets worked up through the middle. Grab now. Play out front. Cutting down the left side for a big shot and covered up. As we get back to the action there. Okay, scoreboard ready to go, and 1-0 here for Valley as it's sent around the right side, picked up on the boards and sent back where it came from in behind. Cranston tries to catch up to that along with Zhao. Picked up by Valley on the right, and they're gonna hustle that puck out of the zone. In towards the middle, now cutting down for a breakaway. Wide open shot, that one misses over the left side. And a good break there for the Knights. Is a lot of net to shoot at as he was coming down with a lot of speed. And it just goes high, and now they turn it back the other way. That one's sent in, it's knocked aside. Back over to the right. Picked up and played through the middle, just kept offside as Zhao will touch it up, and that was a close one. As they hustled in, so 1-0 here with 2:07 left to go in the first period. Puck dropped in there, worked around through center ice, back in the zone and up the left side. Dan picks off that at center ice, sends that in low, and it'll get intercepted. Abbott on the wall with him as well. Abbott with it. He'll get that knocked away. Dan tries to pick up on it. It's in the middle. Down the right side now, picked up again, and just can't quite get that puck freed out in front as worked in through the middle. Swiped on. Jollymore jumps up in the play. Back over to the right side, and now it's nice possession as they try to work it down the left side. Not much room to shoot. That one steered aside. Picked up and circled back now. Stars looking for that outlet pass. It hits the stick and ricochets back and then chased after. They'll maintain possession. Swiped on into center ice, and they're just going to shoot that one down on net. In behind the net, trying to turn it over. There's Abbott. Gets there on the left wall as the last minute of play approaches here in the first period. Foot race for it now. That one gets in front, swiped on, and kept out by Pelkey. But they keep pushing forward here, and not much extra room there in the middle to pick up on as Zhao picks up on it in the back left corner and sends a hard pass up, trying to catch Pelkey up high, but turned back the other way. Stars now working around, stick handling. Pelkey grabs. Work kept in the zone. That one shot in and gloved down by Thorne. Thorne circling back in behind his net. He'll wrap that in along the end boards, and it'll come out to center ice. Stopped up. Up to Cranston. Cranston looks to advance the puck. Turned over to the Stars once again as the defense are staying far back, and there's really nowhere to move in between the blue lines, and it's stopping the Knights offense in this tracks, and that'll be the end of one. So down one heading into the second. We'll be back in a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we're back here for the second period as we're getting the switch of the ends here, and the players headed out to center, getting ready to go as first period. Not too many chances on either side, but making good on at least one of them was the Stars. There's a lot of play in between the neutral zone there, and we'll see if it gets tilted towards either direction during this second period here as we'll switch out centers, and will be brought in. Nick Abbott there, brought in. One back by the Stars. DDD pass there up the right side now. That one in through center. Put it through a couple of legs. Henneberry takes a swing at it to try to get it out, and it gets worked back in as it's flipped over, and then Rogerson steers that one aside into the back right corner. Pelkey takes a swing at it, and it'll be sent on down. Stars get there comfortably. Try to wrap that one around the end boards. Get it up to about the ringette line. They try to get it out, and not too much pressure on them here to turn that puck over, but eventually they get it turned over, and now Jollymore picks up on it. Worked up the right side past Pelkey's stick and just sent in off the boards. Picked up in the zone. Looking for that outlet pass. They get it up the left side. Flicked on down. Jollymore grabs that puck first. He'll send that around to Cranston. And you know Cranston's hungry to score. Most goals of the tournament for this side. He's got the goal scorer's touch. He wants to tie this game up as he gets knocked over in the zone. Arm goes up, and it'll be a penalty on the play as he turned on the Jets, and it'll be Power play for the Knights, down 1 here at the start of the second period. And looks like the coach there doesn't like that too much as he gets in a word with the referees with almost all the players wrapped around him. You don't see that very often. It looks kind of like a conference out there of some sort. They form a circle and they work out their problems, and maybe didn't like where that call came from. We saw there was a bit of an interference on the play and no hitting in this age group, obviously, so I could kind of see where that penalty was coming from, but you know, you never quite know what's refs aren't known for the consistency. I mean, nothing in particular this weekend, but just in general. So probably just wanted to get a word in. Worked over to the right side, big shot, it scores! Instantly off the power play. McKinnon gets that on the right side, and he puts it down low. And similar to the first goal scored, the goalie didn't even have a chance to go and butterfly before that puck was slid in. Right off the face-off, and we got a 1-1 game, and the Knights are right back in this one. And we regain play here as sent down the right side, and the 1-1 game here. Zhao goes into the back left corner, and I think that's a good one for the Knights in momentum. Valley was all over them there in the first period and had the 1-goal lead, and now you get a quick power play, you score right away, and you're right back in this game, and now it's anyone's side. As that puck's sent in behind on the left side, trying to do a stop up to get back in along the boards. Back to the line, intercepted in the zone there by McKinnon. McKinnon's gonna skate that up down the right side once again. He'll flick that in. Played off the end boards. Zhao gets to it first, but more Valley Stars to pick up on it, and it gets worked in down the opposite end. Time and space there in the middle up for grabs. Now it works back in the other way. Abbott stops up with it, plays it back to the line. Jollymore comes in, free puck in the middle. Abbott once again, he'll go to the outside, shot it, and Jollymore drew a penalty on that play there at the line we saw. With the free puck came out in the middle, but they still have possession, sent in on the backhand. Battled around, and they'll be back to the power play here. There's another body contact call there against the Stars. Scoring just a few seconds into that last one. They're gonna see if they can repeat. Maybe set up the same play. As Cranston on the draw. That one swung out back to the right side, same spot, sent in and just misses off the left this time. It's just how they drew it up. Back to the line, Hump jumps over Henneberry's stick. Jollymore will come back to pick it up. Jollymore grabs and whips that along the boards and misses Abbott's stick, and now hard up the side and worked back in. Henneberry now with it. Henneberry up the left, over to Zhao. Zhao sends that through the middle. It'll be Cranston down the right side, plays that along, and no one there to pick up on it as the Stars regain possession in their end. Getting pressured in there by Abbott, creates the turnover though. Down low, staying calm though. Over to the zone. Working up the left side now, looking for a lane to the net. Big chance for a shot, and Rogerson with a massive mask save after a hard shot down the wing, and a good rush there on the short-handed as well as just picking up speed. And it seems like that's the play that the Knights have been missing this game. The Valley is able to bring that in and get the outside shots. Cranston picks up on that. Around the left side, plays it up to Alec Dan. Dan up the right, McKinnon grabs it. 1 minute left to go in the power play. 8:19 left in the second as they're hard on the boards. Gets sent in behind. Worked back to the line. Kept in by McKenzie. McKenzie gives it a quick swipe back into the zone. Hey, on the power play for 40 seconds, so he could have tried to maintain possession here as Dan with it in behind. Tries to play out in front. Puck's loose for just a second. That's worked over and sent out. Stopped up by Cranston. Cranston stepping in. Big shot. Save with the pad. Wrap it in behind the net now. 24 seconds left to go in the power play. Over to the wall. Thorne steps in on it, but it comes to the middle and it'll be cleared out. 14 seconds, and that should help clear the rest of this penalty off. McKenzie in behind the net now. On the left side, he'll try to play it up. It'll be intercepted by the ringette line. Stepping in and pressured off the puck there. Abbott got in on it. Zal works it up to the middle as Dan turns on the Jets down the right side, just onside. He'll hold on to it, shoot that in, and it'll bounce in behind the net. End of the power play, so we're back to even strength on the left side. Stars fight to get it out, and they eventually do down the right here. Kind of wrap in behind. Nice stop-up play there. Free man in front. Big chance for a shot. That one tipped ahead by the stick, and another good save by Rogerson as Jollymore draws the penalty. Jollymore head to the box there. 1-1, 6:43 left to go in the second. And I believe the first power play of the game there for the Stars. Down a man here, about halfway through the second period. And they're waiting to put the penalty up on the board. Worked back to the line. Grabbed near the blue. Tries to shoot that in. It gets stopped up by Cranston as he pressures back, trying to turn that puck over in a hurry. Gets back to the line. Worked over to the post. Big chance here front for an open shot. Sent in and somehow tipped away at the last second. Cranston might have gotten a piece of that. That looked like a wide open goal. It somehow stays out. Free there after a nice pass in front. Worked in onside. Down the left, looking for a lane, gonna shoot that in, glove down by Rogerson. He plays that back to the line, shot it again, another save with the pad. And what a save by Rogerson. And he continues to be outstanding as a great chances there in front, about 3 right in a row. Somehow stays out. That one back to the left-hand side, sent in and off Zal's skates. He'll stand up for the block. Dan then grabs it and shoots it down. If this was maybe a higher level or the NHL, they'd be battering their sticks on the glass, saying good block there. Zal skated right at that puck and took it off the ankles, helped create the turnover. Now they're going to get down the left side, and it looks like they're going to be hauled down again, and it'll go to 5-on-3 here for 52 seconds once they touch it. And a tripping call made, and now the Knights with their backs against the wall with 49 seconds of 5-on-3 halfway through this game. Tied 1-1. So they'll send Zal out there along with McKenzie and Alec Dan. Alec Dan's been all over this tournament. There's this drop back to McKenzie. McKenzie takes a hard shot down the right side, kept in, hustled out there by Dan, but they keep it in, so now it's an odd man rush the other way, sent in, glove down by Rogerson, puck still loose, misses on the post there. That one tipped up in the zone. Dan tries to get it out, but they keep it in. Working down the left side, stick handling, nice pass down low. Good power play awareness on the ice down there as that one gets knocked down. Big chance on the right side, puck still loose behind. Sent in for the rebound and knocked away. Somehow that stayed out after a perfect chance. 12 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as Dan skates. working it for another shot. Puck's loose in front and it gets off the right side. 4 seconds left in the 5-on-3. As they'll get a player back, and Jollymore hustling way out to catch up to this play. 5-on-4, they step down the right side, have to leave that behind. Getting cut off on the boards there. Zhao works it up to Dan, and it'll be cleared out. And it'll be 56 seconds of 5-on-4, and wow. Stars got all the looks they wanted to in that moment, and it just stayed out somehow. But they still got power play time as they turn it up through the zone. Down the right side, that one sent in, ricochets off the end boards. Jollymore catches up to it. He's gonna have to take his time, works that around, turns it back over to the line. Held on the line, sent in with a hard shot, that misses off the left. It'll be caught up to by McKinnon on the right side wall. McKinnon has Zhao in the middle, but he'll elect to just shoot that down. 23 seconds of power play time left. In behind. And worked up the right side. Hustling down. Gets caught up on the skates, and the delayed offside here with 9 seconds to go in the power play. So good power play, but even better goaltending there. Keeps it 1-1 for the 5-on-3. As Cranston wins that forward. He'll be cutting down the left side, shoots it in, it'll fall off the end boards, and that'll be the end of the power play, so we'll be back to even strength. Over to Jollymore on the line. Jollymore sends that front, big shot, save. They clear it out. And a good look there in front for the Knights, something they needed and something they need to continue to try to generate. As now down the right side, swung on, turning that puck over. Henneberry now with it. Henneberry plays that up to the blue line. Stick handle. They're going to get that one sent in. They got lots of Valley players down low. Just really Jollymore to defend right now as he gets shaken off the puck. Goes in for the second chance. Now Abbott working it up the right side. Into the zone there and stopped up. Looking around, back to Henneberry on the line with a nice hard pass. He'll step in for a shot, bouncing around down low. It doesn't get in front. McKinnon picks up on it. McKinnon works that over in behind, maybe a potential wraparound. They try to get back to the line. Henneberry with it. Henneberry steps in, shot tipped low on the right side, and it goes wide. We had a good angle up here of that one. As they work it on the right side, shot in, tipped away as the Knights now trying to create some opportunities. Abbott hustles after it, creates a turnover. He goes down. Cranston works out in front. No one there to really pick up on it as Jollymore grabs it and tries to send it in. Over to Henneberry. He'll get it down the left side. Cranston now stepping up for a big shot. Shoots. Big save in front. Rebound. Worked over to the right corner. Grabbed and now the Knights are turning it on here as Dan tries to shoot that in. It'll be gloved with a nice cover by the goalie, and Cranston with a little frustration there as he had his best look in a while, and I can finally get rid of that power play marker on the scoreboard, but I didn't want to turn away from the play there when it was so tight. And 1:51 left to go in the second period. Remember, it's a 15-minute third period. That one gets worked to the middle, sent in by Zhao. Rebound on the left side and somehow falls off the stick. Down low in the zone. Stepping out front, Alec Dan working around, and he'll dive out to try to keep that puck in, but the Stars finally poke it out. Down the left side, trying to create an on-man rush. Looking for a big shot. That one sent in off the glove. Worked in another one, and a big stop there by McKenzie as he bats that back down. Back in behind now. Worked around. Pelkey tries to settle that down, but it took a bit of a divot on the way out, and it just cleared the zone. Back towards the middle. That zone clears, something I'm sure the Knights won't complain about. As that's sent down for an icing with 1:03 left to go in the second period. Still 1-1. In our final game here, the John Sim tournament, and it's lived up to the expectations as action at both ends so far. It'll be Cranston on the draw. That one back and a little too hard as it clears two players there for the Stars. And we'll just come back to the line. Stopped up in behind and now taking some space to skate there. Abbott trying to cheat a bit with the stick, but doesn't get the penalty, so he'll be all right there. Back, worked across, and now play through the middle. Tipped off a few other sticks and up the left side, chased after. Sent on down, Henneberry receives it, and he sends a hard pass up to McKinnon on the right side that misses the stick and will be worked into the zone. Sent on back the left side, that'll miss as well. Back to Jollymore. Jollymore will send it in, and not waiting for his teammates to tag up. That'll give a chance here for the Stars to flip it back the other way, but that one's turned over to the middle and just kept onside. Cranston now stepping in for the shot. Scores! As he creates the turnover, and I told you he'd be looking to score here. With 8 seconds left in the second, the Knights go up 2-1. And the high intensity moments just continue to pile up here. Anytime someone touches the puck out there, you gotta hold your breath. As big play at the end of the period. Sent scores on another one from the point. Sent on down. And I can't believe that one ended up in the back of the net. As the tides have turned here with 2.5 seconds left in the second. 2 goals in 6 seconds at the end of the second period. And now it's up to Valley to play comeback here in the third. And what play there to end the period, and they'll send it another one, and I believe it must have been Abbott who scored that last one on that surprise shot. It was, as he's celebrating out there, and you don't want to celebrate too early because you still got a period to play. Speaking of that, we'll be back in a few minutes for the 15-minute third. All right, and we're back here for our third and potentially final period here. 15 minutes on the clock, and the Stars now need to score 2 goals to tie this game up. Plenty of time for them to do it. It's just about a matter of if it'll happen or not here. Will the Knights be able to hang on? Will it be turned back the other way as Valley works down the right side, and they're going to load up for a big shot. That one off the blocker and in behind. Good opportunity to start the period there. Worked over to the right side, retrieved and played back down. McKenzie sends it back the other way into the hash marks, and it'll get flipped back the other way as Cranston now turning on the Jets. Trying to split the D potentially. He'll go to the right side, have that knocked off his stick. Works back around, steer it onside. Trying to jam in there is Abbott, and good little player out there, Nick Abbott. A solid winger who's just all over that puck and is not giving up on it. He scored a big goal there, as well as just staying on that puck there and showing a lot these past few games. In the big moment, he doesn't seem to panic, as that's down the left side, turned over in the zone, and they're going to try to work it back. Sent in, and now the Knights picking up some momentum and leaving that puck in behind there as Dan tried to play it on. Over to the right post now, in towards the middle, and back out, stepping in lightly. Henneberry's the last man back once again and helps create that turnover. You're never going to catch Henneberry cheating out there on D, as that's worked over to the left side. Big shot in, and that one somehow stays out as it goes high. Worked over to the half wall, and now Knights trying desperately to stay on that, Dan, but it gets sent back to the middle into the skates. McKinnon now with it. McKinnon sends that into the back corner, and that'll give the Knights a chance to change up here as Valley will work it up the right side. Tried to send it to the middle. That puck turned over and just on offside there. And I was going to say onside, but he gets called for it. Cranston not happy with that, as it'll be 13-18 left to go in the third. Of our finals here. Championship on the line as that one's one forward and chased down the left side, sent in off the shin pad. Abbott looks to stay on it. It'll get back to the line, and now it'll be last man back as they send it way over to the left, and it'll be a foot race for it. Thorin back. Thorin holds him off long enough to allow his teammates to get in as they battle for that along the boards, and played to the middle. Grabbed and brought in, looking for the shot. That sent in, and a save is maybe a little shook up there in net as he let in those two late ones. He's got to focus up here and realize what got him here, only letting in one goal in the first 3 games of this tournament. As maybe the jitters set in a little bit on the right side. Off the end boards, played up the left. Zhao picks off on that, and he'll send that in, and a nice glove save there, so that's what I'm talking about. You piece together a few more saves like that, and your confidence will come back. Cranston on the draw. Cranston wins that back. Played nicely to Jollymore. Jollymore shoots it for a low shot that misses on the left side. Zhao catches up to it. He'll try to backhand that in front, but he didn't look first, so it gets turned over, but then they get it once again. Now turning around to Abbott, and he'll get knocked over with a shot to the head there. I can't imagine that's going to look good up on the scoreboard as Abbott down. So definitely a bit of the power play for the Knights here. As they'll get him up, and definitely took a bump to the back there with this stick. And we'll wait for that to be sorted out. I mean, sometimes you do see 4-minute headshots, and I think that's what we might see here. And a big moment in the game here now for Valley. Have to kill off this penalty. Four minutes. Looks like it's going to hit the boards here. They'll have to wait. They've got 5 minutes up there now, but they've got to switch it to 4, I think. And they'll huddle up in the middle there and await their referees to figure out what's going on here. As a little breather for everyone out there on the ice as things getting pretty tense. Oh, it looks like the ref's jumping in the box there now to work on the machine. And he'll be able to work that out to 4, and they have a 5 and a 4 on there, but I think that 5's just gonna have to sit there from earlier. We'll have to pay attention to the 4 under. So 4-minute power play here. The clock starts. It's sent in behind, and big kill here. So that gets wrapped around the boards. Played forward up the right side now. Sent on deep. Free puck there in the left corner. Gets worked up to McKinnon. That one stops on the line. Sent in off Dan's elbow pad, and it gets worked up the left side. Once again, as they use those boards a lot, certainly know not to send any pizzas up the middle, these guys. They're smarter than that, so a lot of board play here as McKenzie comes out with it. McKenzie tries to hit the pass. Can't quite catch up to it. That'll be a delayed offside here. So 45 seconds killed off that penalty there. And we'll head just outside the zone here. Grabbed, and Cranston tries to win that back to Henneberry. Henneberry was a split second getting there, but they still work that puck forward into the zone now. Stepping in for a shot and pushed off the puck there. Abbott tries to get out in front, turns that puck over. Jollymore just keeps it in, still keeps it in. It finally falls out. Now back the opposite end. Skating with it now, swiped on and losing his stick. There's Abbott, so he can't do much. And now the other player loses his stick, Zal. So good opportunity here for Valley to get it out, and then knocked down in the zone by Cranston. Good hand-eye there to keep that puck down. Now worked in the zone. And how they stayed around here after that situation is beyond me, but they working with that puck in the offensive end. Cranston works across to Henneberry. Henneberry winds up for a shot. That one misses on the outside. Played in behind. Zauch has to spin around and pass it, but it gets stopped. Now cutting towards the middle. Up the left side, a little toe drag. Poked at by Henneberry. He'll go into the corner. Trying to work off him. Stepping in for a shot in front, and that one stays out. Big save there by Rogerson as he stood up against that puck, and I believe it hit him and flew up in behind the net. Now they're going to try to wrap around the other side. Henneberry down. He looks to be getting back up as minute 47 left, and coming into the zone here. Wrap around, and I love that move by Alec Dan there to do a little shimmy shake as he was trying to intimidate the defenseman on the Stars there. I don't know if the camera caught it. I think it did, but he was skating ahead of the puck and staring down that defenseman, doing a little shake of the shoulders, trying to throw him off, and that's some heads-up hockey there. Now into the zone for Dan. Dan down the right side. He'll be stepping in, trying to cut out in front, and the arm will go up. And he got held up on the way to the net at a hook. It'll be 5-on-3 here for a minute and 15, so the tides have turned the other direction for the power plays. And that one, I think, was rightfully so, as good shift there by Dan. The Hezzy Hay into the zone, and then creating a shot off the side and drawing a penalty. So it might be, they're gonna have to work out the clock here for sure. As I think they had 2 penalties up there, so the 2 slots are taken up. They were just letting that top one run. But now obviously that there's 2 penalties that are for real, they've got to either work off that top one or get rid of it. So a minute and 15 left in the real penalty from 4 minutes from earlier, and now another 2 minute onto that. So a minute and 15 to 5-on-3. That's work to the middle. Big chance for McKinnon. Shoots, scores. Right off the draw, Rossi McKinnon puts that one home. It'll be 4-1 here with 9:31 to go in the third. So it'll be another minute and 55 seconds on the power play still. Dan tries to win that forward, but it's Valley off the left side, and now it's Valley's time. They got to put one in here soon to stay in this game. This is worked up the right side, ricocheted off the boards, back to the line, played with a little stop shot there on the left side. Trying to skate forward, and he'll be hauled down, and the arm goes up, so it'll be a power play, or a 4-on-4, and then sometime on the power play, at least 30 seconds for the Valley team. So they're not working on the penalty kill anymore, but they still need to score here, so it'll be 4-on-4. with 9:06 left to go. Puck went over to the right side, intercepted, and now it's going to be foot race, and a nice defensive play there to bat that puck back into the zone, gets stopped up along the half wall and sent back in. Skated after as Jollymore sends that around the end boards. In towards the middle, stepped in, and Rogerson calmly gloves that puck down. .3:31 Atlantic Standard Time here at our last game of the tournament. A 4-game tournament. The semifinal, the de facto semifinal this morning, and then the final this afternoon. That one's sent in. Misses off the left side. Zhao picks up on that. Hill tried to hold the man off. Send that back to Jollymore. Jollymore skating behind the net with it. He'll send that up the left side. Bounces off the boards, and now it'll be chased after. Cutting down one-on-one, and a nice pass there. Front Zhao somehow settles that down. Worked in front as the pass. Well, the right idea, a little off the mark. Zhao had to settle it down and then try to get it on net, which affected the quality of the pass or the shot greatly. At center ice there, Zhao now trying to poke that forward. Squeezed in along the boards, still 4-on-4. Back to the line now. Up the left side. Looking for a lane to the net and holding all the way down to the back right corner. He'll do a lap. One-on-one, gets up to the ring at line, and now in through center. Gonna cut into himself, and a nice hard shot there by Zhao is steered aside and cut back through the middle the other way as the penalty ending. And swung on there by Jollymore. What a play there to dive out. A bit like Darnell Nurse out there, laying the body on the line to get in front of that puck and helped create the turnover. The puck's still in the zone, so it worked. Just inside. Falls out now. Dan tries to pressure, but it'll be Valley down the other way. Down the left side, looking for a shot, but they're gonna hold. They gotta get shots off as they try to wrap it around. Puck's still loose on the right side. Now in behind, goalie's flailing around in the net, and that one misses off the left, and a good opportunity there for the Stars. Now up the right side, work to the middle. Cranston picks up on it. Onside, he'll shoot that in. Blocked before it can get there. Tried to play in front to McKinnon, but it stopped, and player labored back here after taking that blocked shot. He'll change off and get the fresh legs out. Down the right side now for the Stars. Shot in, and Rogerson up to the task. There's 6:28 left to go in the third. Time ticking off here. A couple more whistles than maybe what we're used to because of the fact they might be, a little nervous out there. You just want to get that play dead and worry about the next one. So maybe a few whistles down the line here until the end, I'm thinking, and that's another one for offside. But we're down the stretch here for our final game with 6:20 left to go. Worked into the middle and back to McKenzie. McKenzie behind the net. He'll stop up and work it up the left side. Hits that pass right on the tape. Now Cranston breaking it out. He'll try to skate it in, work to the front. Puck's still loose there. Swung on by Pelkey. Comes out the other side. Chased after. Cranston takes a whack at it, but it'll probably fall back to the middle. It does. Looking to work it back out, and the arm goes up, and it'll be a penalty there. 2 minutes for hooking, and 5:48 left to go here, and to the power play. So if you want a chance here, you're gonna have to score in the next 2 minutes. You got the man advantage in your favor. One over the left side. Jollymore swings on it, back to the line. Sent in. Jollymore leaves that for the goaltender, but chases it in the corner. Worked up above the circle. Sent in. Steered inside to Rogerson, and he'll just be okay with a shot from there any day. There's 20 seconds off the power play now. That one bounced around a few times. Jollymore in behind his net. He'll stop up and flick it back the other way. That looked like something they practiced before, as lots of these guys very good at that stop up and send the other direction, create time. It's that one cutting towards the middle. Zhao getting all sorts of pressure. He tries to stick with it, and he'll send that in on a hard shot that gets gloved down. 5 minutes to go here.
Why is the clock still running?
And we'll get Cranston back on center here. Down by McKenzie into the corner. Tried to center that one out in front. They get it. And now big chance by Cranston as he misses high over the net. Wrapped around, and a chance for Valley to work it out now. As they're on that puck. Flip back the other way. Zhao sends in. Putting all sorts of pressure on in the zone. Down the right side. Steered away. Jollymore down low. He'll try to tie up that puck on the corner. It'll be a 2-on-2 for it, and that gets flicked into the bench. 4 minutes left to go here in the third. 20 seconds left on the power play. Going a little practice face off there. As kicked out of the dot. We'll have the D-man, McKenzie, come in. Worked around and sent back to the blue line, kept in. Looking for a shot there. McKenzie intercepts. Up the right side, and that'll escape the zone. It'll be hustled after. And beaten there in front, trying to wrap around. That one tipped away, and Dan tried to get that one on net. He had a good look at it, but a tough tip to make for sure, as it just rolls by and now flicks back to the other way. Coming in with speed, up the right side, trying to play it in front. Puck still loose there. Rogerson's gonna leave it, and now he'll eventually dive on it and get the cover, as it just seems like he's a second ahead of those Valley shooters who need to be ahead of him to try to bang that puck in. 3:29 to go in the third. And the power play over now, so we'll be back to even strength. Cranston wins that forward, and he'll split the D, and he'll hustle along with Zhao. Zhao's putting in some hustle coming back for that as well. Trying to create the turnover, and he does eventually create it. It'll be sent back the other way. Wrapping around the net there, flicked up high off the glass. Henneberry once again with it. Henneberry sends that, just exits the zone. Working around towards the middle, backhanded on and onto the stick there, Jollymore. Jollymore fires that out and exits the zone. Picked and backhanded up, in through center. Trying to go back the other way, and he gets knocked down, but play still remains alive. Looking for moves up through center ice now. Right through that center circle, hands that off to the right side. Shot in. That one goes high over the net. Looking for that rebound in front and gets knocked off just at the last second. Cranston tries to skate it out. It's turned over. McKinnon back to Cranston. Cranston down the left side. He'll shoot that in, and a nice glove save with 2:17 to go in the third. As they'll get a change. Now some fresh flags out as we approach the end of this one. Face off. Dan, that one's one forward by the Stars. Down the right side, back to McKenzie. McKenzie flicks that up. Trying to poke away at it. Back in the zone there with pressure. wrapping around, touched up, and now down Broadway. Right down the middle looking for a shot. Sent in, and it falls in behind. So with 1 minute and 46 seconds left, it's 4-2. And the lead is cut to 2. Not a ton of time left though, so it's gonna be time for them to just continue on what they're doing, try to make this a potential 1-goal game, but as it stands right now, 146 up to the Atlantic Knights. And it's time for them to see if they can pull this thing off. Final game of the tournament here, and our final minutes as that one's won back to the right side. Played up. Coming on and a bad offside there. So he's coming in with speed, looking for that top shelf once again. And 10 seconds off the clock for that sequence. Puck one back to McKenzie, and the goalie gets out of here for the Stars, so it'll be 6-on-5. Low in the zone, a turnaround punch. Nothing happening there as Stars still trying to push that puck forward. And now it's time for the Knights to try to hang on here. It's 1 minute and 14 left to go. Up by 2, goalie pulled. Jollymore, he knows what to do, pinching that puck in along the boards. It's almost like he's killed some penalties before, as that's exactly what you'd see then. They step in for the shot, that one high in the zone. Into the far right boards. And they try to get it up. Cranston now gonna have to take a whack at it, trying to get it out, but they're just pushing to keep that in. And they need help along the boards there, and they do get it. As Valley comes out with it, winding up for the shot. That one blocked in front. They have another chance for a shot. That one steered aside. And a big play by McKenzie again. 36 seconds left in the game. McKenzie with a huge play there in front to not let that shot get through, and that'll be whistled down here. 28 seconds. And a couple good looks and a good job keeping it in, but valuable time and clear it off the clock. As they're gonna call a timeout there for the Atlantic Knights, as they're looking to rein it in here. All right, so 28.7 seconds left, timeout over, up 2, and they just gotta get to the end of these last ones here. Still 6-on-5. As puck dropped in there. Try to pin along the boards, I believe it's Cranston, but it gets set on back. Jollymore now with it. Jollymore flips it down, and a nice play. As they catch up to it on the left side, they swipe at it to hit the net. It doesn't. It'll stay alive. 14 seconds left to go now. In the middle, swiped on and scored. As the fans are up there for the Knights. And Cranston puts it in the back of the net. And the excitement there. And Cranston, the top goal scorer for this Knights team. The whole tournament long, started off with a hat trick. Scored 2 big ones in the next game. I believe 1 last game. And a couple big ones here tonight. This afternoon is 7 seconds on the clock. That'll be sent down. And that'll be it as they celebrate the Atlantic Knights winning the John Sim 2-line tournament. The jubilation and the excitement on the faces. Hard-fought win. as the celebration continues back there. And Rogerson playing phenomenal all tournament long as they announce the MVPs here in a second. And we're just awaiting the final announcements here. All right, and here we go. The final time. As they award MVP there on the Stars. And a big celebration here. Zhao takes it home. Good tournament for him, and that'll be it here as they celebrate. We'll leave it for a second. And that'll do it here for us here at High Button. I think they're just waiting for that last thing. I'm just seeing if that perhaps that cup came out, but that'll be it for our broadcast here. So we appreciate you tuning in, and a big victory here for the Atlantic Knights, winning all 4 games and finishing off with a championship. So once again, thanks for tuning in as they'll shake hands here, and that'll send us off. So for High Button Sports, one last time this weekend, my name's Jeff Warburn. Thanks again, and see you next time.